All right. Hey guys, this podcast is officially allowed to drink. It's episode 21. Except for our viewers in Mexico and all the other countries.
You've been able to drink for a while.
Yeah, you've been willing to drink for a while. But today we have a special guest. He's never been on here. He's hated the show for the longest time, but he's had to change our
now he loves it because he's on it.
Yeah, Paul Gosu. Insert the audience.
I'll actually put in an applause.
There we go.
In the video.
But yeah, Paul, it's been a crazy life. How have you been doing on this summer? It's a very hot day today. It's like 89 degrees.
Technically, the first day of summer is the 21st.
Well, we're not get out of here.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, everyone is having graduation parties. Everyone's having fun. Kelly McKernan's brother, Kevin, he moved to Texas. He just graduated from Ohio. I know that's
Didn't even know that.
It's big news to you.
I guess so, yeah.
But
Paul, you were recently on a trip, right? You were like in North Carolina or something?
Oh yeah, I was in North Carolina with some college friends.
Okay.
Chilling out.
Yeah.
You sent me to West Virginia when you were in West Virginia.
Yeah, I feel like every time I always drive by West Virginia, my first thing is always send it to Holden. just a picture of West Virginia to Holden. I always drive by the stadium because like the highway goes like right next to the stadium.
Yeah.
So like that's like
it's an awesome stadium.
That's like it's like a tradition at this point.
Good thing West Virginia is West Virginia.
Yeah. It's actually I think it was like ranked the most depressed state in America.
They're not happy people. All they like,
I guess,
being in there, like all they care about sports wise is the Mountaineers or Marshall, depending where you're at.
It's just
kind
like
of their whole lives.
Like I don't know. It's so like you can't. I feel like it's such a pain to get places. Everything's so like
unless you're in Morgantown where West Virginia's at. That's like a big party college.
Wait, is it Morgantown or Morgantown?
Well, you get people say both. I'm gonna say Morgan.
I guess it doesn't matter when you live in West Virginia and there's only I don't know.
Yeah, but a lot of people that's like the party city, but everything else is just like old hillbilly
party city.
I think it's
at least it's not as bad as Virginia.
Yeah, Virginia's.
I don't know, because me and my friend when we were driving back from North Carolina,
like Charlottesville.
Dude, I don't know.
That's where the Cavaliers play, right? Charlottesville?
Yep.
And then Blacksburg's where Virginia Tech plays.
Also, that tragedy happened there. The car, when it ran into those people, that was in Charlottesville.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the Boston Marathon?
No, that was a bombing.
Jeez.
That's a different tragedy.
Oh, sorry.
Dear Lord.
Dear Lord. Too soon. Sorry.
Way too soon.
But Virginia Beach is nice.
Yeah. Speaking of Boston.
They're
playing tonight.
They have been disappointing me. Dude, Tatum is sucking ass right now.
But Brown's doing great.
Jaylen Brown.
I honestly would have taken you as a... Honestly, I didn't know you were a Hawks fan. I thought you were a Celtics fan.
Here's the thing with that. My dad grew up a Hawks fan, so I support the Hawks first.
Yeah.
But the first team I ever liked in the NBA was the 2008 Celtics, and I became.
Is that with Garnett?
That's Garnett.
It's a
Paul
good
Pierce.
Dude, that was probably one of the best Celtics teams ever.
Yeah.
Dude.
And the Celtics were the first team I liked on my own without my dad's influence. So that's why I really support the Celtics as well.
Right.
It's mainly the Hawks and Celtics. I also like the Knicks only because of Obi Toppin because he went to Dayton, but that's about it.
Yeah.
What was the year when the Celtics played the Lakers?
That was, I
finals.
believe, was that
2011?
I think so. No, I think it was before that.
I think it was the year
2009.
I thought they won, and then the year after they lost.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Oh,
2008 was the year they won, and then 2009.
Because that's when Kobe was talking trash because he was like, "You guys can't even beat us."
What a schmo. Rest in peace.
Well, that was like I guess that was when Kobe proved himself. They could win without Shaq. So.
Yeah, and then Shaq was.
And like my uncle's from LA, so he was like down watching the game with us. So like that's when I was rooting for I don't know.
I have a coworker who is a Lakers fan.
Yeah.
And
Russ.
Yeah, we've been trash talking a bit throughout the finals. He's like, they cannot get 18, man. They cannot get 18. They're getting 18.
I feel like that is the only time I would have ever rooted for a California team.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a single team in California, like sports team, that I can ever root for.
Mainly L.A.
What about the
Definitely L.A.
What about the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim?
Or the Ducks.
I mean,
Anaheim
especially
Ducks.
San Francisco.
San Francisco.
San-
yeah.
They suck.
Dude,
That city sucks.
every sports like franchise connected to San Francisco, I
Right.
despise.
Go Sharks.
Dude,
That's San Jose.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know.
Close enough.
Whatever it is, if it's San Francisco, yeah, I don't know, man.
All the Sands.
Yeah. Hey, not San Diego.
Yeah,
San Diego's probably the best one.
I like
Yeah.
the Padres too.
But the Anaheim Ducks, they're pretty great. They won the
guess
Stanley
so.
Cup in like 2007.
Yeah, I don't know about hockey either. So.
Yeah.
But what about Sacramento Kings?
Dude, fuck the Kings. Do not
Sacramento
get me-
Kings. How do you even say fuck the Kings? Are they even
They-
been relevant
okay, no,
in like the
they
past
haven't
20
been-
years?
But here's my thing with the Kings. They used to be in Cincinnati.
Dude, they suck at being they suck at being bad. How do you suck at being bad? They can't. I don't know.
So this is my problem with them. My
Like-
grandpa used to be a fan of the Royals, the Cincinnati Royals.
Right.
And then they moved to Kansas City, and then they moved to Sacramento. They were originally in Rochester, but nobody cares about that dumb city. They moved from Rochester to Cincinnati, Kansas City to Sacramento, but they chose Sacramento as their final destination.
Well, it's the capital.
It's the stupidest capital in the world.
The only
Oh
reason
my
it's
God.
Still there is because the mayor was
Yeah,
a
the
former
mayor.
player.
He's
Because they were gonna move, and he literally made it so that they couldn't.
They couldn't. He like said no move clause for like 20 years.
So no one goes to the games.
Yeah,
Dude,
that's the
oh my
situation with the
gosh.
Kings.
Dude, the first time I ever met a Sacramento fan was
I can't
my
believe that.
my roommate's dad, bro. I was like talking about the Sacramento Kings and how they were like the most irrelevant like sports franchise ever.
Like the
And he
Texans.
called his dad, and his dad was having like this rant, like this 20-minute rant, how the 2001 Sacramento
baby.
Kings were gonna be the best team ever. And it's just like, okay, yeah.
Josh Wilhelm liked them in high school because he liked Mike Bibby. So
They also like De'Aaron Fox.
yeah, he's newer. He's really fast, but
He's a fast guy.
he's a big Alex Orr guy.
Is De'Aaron Fox still on the Kings?
Yeah,
Are you serious?
yeah. They should get rid of him.
Wasting his potential.
But he's really young still. So
What college did he go to?
I don't Villanova or something.
You
I
gotta
don't
kidding
know.
me.
See, like the
Maybe Connecticut.
the
that's
Sacramento
really
Kings are like the Jacksonville Jaguars of like the NBA, right?
Maybe Texas.
Because like, or probably the Texans, because like it's like everyone knows the Lions are bad, right?
yeah,
But like they're so bad that like
You feel
people
bad for them.
people know about it and you feel bad
Yeah.
for them.
Lions
But they've had very good Hall of Fame talent.
Lions
But
are like the Timberwolves, I'd say.
the Timberwolves.
Yeah, because the Timberwolves
Don't
are
tell
kind
I
of
don't know, man. The
Minnesota
Timberwolves
fans
are
that.
getting pretty.
But they never won a championship like the
If
Lions.
you tell Minnesota fans, they'll literally cream their pants. They hate the Lions. So they like the Timberwolves and Vikings.
yeah, two sucky teams.
True. The Vikings are like the Pacers of the NFL.
They're historically great, but they don't have any championships.
Yeah.
Pacers are historically pretty good, but don't have any championships.
Well, I thought the Pacers had a championship.
Do they?
I don't know.
No.
Look it up, John Stamos.
All
I don't know.
right,
He's
John.
our secretary.
It's-
Hey, I mean, speaking of, I guess sports.
Yeah.
Your boy stopped by. A couple
Yeah,
days ago.
Joe Burrow actually was in our town the other day,
Yeah.
playing golf at our golf course up in Pinnacle.
yeah.
Um,
Oh, we got dogs.
Doc.
Ashton James
we're
is gonna
getting
pull
dogs.
up.
Yeah.
Who? What?
Ashton James
Oh.
lives right next to Pinnacle.
Pacers won 3 league championships
See?
during the ABA.
See? It
So
counts.
technically,
That's like the
1970, 72, and 73.
okay.
But yeah.
All right.
Well, it says they have 0 NBA championships, but they have 3
Okay,
ABA
I get it.
championships.
They're the Vikings.
They're the Vikings.
Yeah.
More like the shit Kings.
You know what? I always say there should be
Iowa.
there should be a basketball team, an NBA team. There should be an NBA team in Kentucky because the Wildcats are good, and then I think there should be an MLB team in Tennessee because Vanderbilt is one of the best college teams for baseball.
There'd probably be a lot of people. Los
Um,
Mos
yeah.
go there.
There'd be a lot of MLB fans for Nashville, and then a lot of NBA fans for like Louisville or something.
I guess the reason they probably won't do that is because like the same reason they won't put a professional football team in like Columbus, Ohio.
Probably.
Yeah.
Just because the
Other
Buckeyes are
teams
so
close.
big.
In
Like,
the
it's just-
Midwest-
I don't think I don't think the NFL team would even stand up to the college team.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Midwest doesn't make a lot of money. That's why like the Rams went. That's why the Chargers. A big reason they went to LA is marketing.
Yeah,
Because you can make a lot of money.
You can't just say the
that's-
Chargers after saying Midwest though, because they're in
But-
San Diego.
But I'm saying the
yeah.
reason all these teams go to LA, like the Rams, when they're in St. Louis, realize there's an untapped
makes me
source.
I don't know. It makes me hate the Rams even more.
Yeah.
The Raiders did the same thing, kind of too, with Vegas, but they used the Golden Knights as a
I don't know.
guinea pig.
I think the Raiders one made the
The
most
Raiders
sense.
made it made the most sense.
They were pretty much, I don't know, like.
And Mark Davis just did what his dad would have done, and that's exactly what his dad would have done. He said the Raiders play football no matter where.
Where were they? Where were they
Underwear.
before?
They were
Vegas?
they were pretty much in Oakland their entire span. They were in Los Angeles very briefly in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, and they
Yeah.
suck.
They won like 2 Super Bowls.
They were literally-
Sucking
yeah.
while they did
They're
it.
literally like freaking pirates. They just go around everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
They
start-
are the Raiders.
I think they started in Oakland, and they moved to LA in the 80s, and then they moved back to Oakland in the 90s, and then they moved to Vegas recently in the 20s, if you will. But yeah. Oh yeah. So I was at work. Like this is-
Yesterday?
no, like Thursday or something. And a lady walks up to me and she goes, "Hey, have you been thinking about becoming a supervisor?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not becoming a supervisor." And she's like, "Oh, we lost you already, huh?" And I'm like, "What do you mean already? I've been here for 2 years."
We lost you already. Man, you're like Chris Segala. He got his 2-year slip.
Do you not want to? Do you not want to like stay there?
I
or-
just want to be in the union. I don't.
Being in the union for UPS is probably better.
Yeah,
Supervisor's short term.
and plus I'm not. They can't yell at me when I'm in the union. They can yell at me when I'm a supervisor.
Yeah.
So I'd rather not have that stress. If I were to be there long term, I think being a supervisor was good. But I do not want to be here long term.
Yeah, I got
But
it.
I'd say even union long term's pretty good.
It's still
'Cause
pretty
you,
good,
You
yeah.
get more of the
There's
benefits.
people like Terry who's like 80 years old and he's still working there.
Yeah, and Hercules.
Hercules. Yeah, I know his actual name. It's George.
Oh, George Hercules.
I feel like
what the
yeah, I feel like they don't
George
give
there?
they don't give like the older people the supervisor job. But
No.
like, they try to give it to the younger people, kind of like
Yeah.
lock you in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did-
but the last time they offered me a supervisor position was like a year and a half ago, and they haven't talked to me about it since. And then they brought it up again a few days ago. They thought like I was a new hire or something.
Yeah, the day shift guys were a lot chiller because we had a dude named Alex. He was a pretty cool dude. He was like your average pothead, kind of. So you'd always show up to work like hungover or already high.
Yeah.
And you just talk to him and you'd be like, "Yeah, man, you can do whatever you want. I don't care." But he was pretty cool. And then Dylan Rudemaker. That's his last name. Everyone just called him Rudemaker, but he was a cool supervisor too. He had like severe ADHD
Mm-hmm.
or something,
Oh.
because he would be mad at you and you just talk about something else and you completely change his mind, and then you just go around running doing shit and then talk to you about
Makes
the random
sense.
shit. Yeah,
Darius has become a lot more chill.
after the incident.
Darius is like a taller you. That's exactly
He
how I
doesn't
describe him.
act like you.
He doesn't
though.
act like you at all. He's a Broncos fan.
Yeah.
Oh,
fuck.
So yeah, he
Yeah.
probably loves wrestle.
Jesus.
But he's gotten a lot more chill. He used to be a really creepy guy.
Yeah, he
But-
used to be touching people.
Yeah.
My God.
Not God.
No, but he legitimately did, because I was talking to this girl and she was like, "Yeah, Darius is a freak," and I was like, "Oh my god!" And then she started explaining to me, and I was like, "Oh my god, what a weirdo!"
And then the Alex Oller Jr.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
his name's I forget his name.
Alex.
No, believe it or not, it's not Alex.
It's like Marty or something.
No, it's not Marty. I know it's not Marty. It's Richie.
Oh,
Richie.
Richie.
Yeah.
Richie Rich,
Yeah.
but
He does kind of look like Richie Rich.
but he's Alex Oller Jr.
Yeah. He looks like Alex Ulrich.
But he was the one that really spread the
the rumor.
Darius stuff, because he'd
It's
always
funny because Darius would talk to him about these things, and he'd be like, "Yeah, I won't say anything," and then he told everybody.
Yeah, and he was like, "Dude, he went to a party and he was touching people."
Oh gosh.
Gosh, shout out to Darius.
Yeah, if Darius watches this, allegedly.
Allegedly.
There allegedly happened.
Yeah. So my mom's in Florida, and she called me like a week ago, or she was in Florida. She's in Maine now.
So is my mom.
Lived
there.
Yeah, she lives there. She called me like Tuesday when she was in Florida. She went to a wedding, and she said she asked me if I wanted any souvenirs, and I said no, I'm good. And
The
she-
wedding ring.
I said I don't need anything, and she was like, what's your favorite type of cigar? And I was like,
Whoa.
I swear I don't need anything. And she's like, yeah, but you need a cigar. And
What?
You
She- she-
need to smoke.
She saw like the 2
Owen.
pictures I took with smoking a cigar, and she was like, Owen loves cigars.
I was talking to a friend recently. I'll remain anonymous, but because I don't know how she would feel about me talking about this. But
Wait, what did you remain it?
anonymous,
Ominously.
ominously, and but she just had like cigarettes,
Okay.
and so I don't smoke, but she's like,
Yeah, I don't know, man.
No.
Like, so when I was down in North Carolina with my friend, I was like, hey, we should try to get some cigars or something like that.
yeah,
We got cigarillos
God.
instead.
I don't like those.
And I smoked it, and I just felt like the cigarillos are basically cigarettes, but without like the extra chemicals of
Yeah.
a cigarette.
Yeah,
Because like I mean it's just
And
just
I
pure
see-
tobacco, but like it's just like it burns out so quick, so you have to keep smoking it, and it just burns your
Yeah.
mouth,
yeah.
and you pretty much feel like you're just smoking it at that point to get the nicotine rush, which I don't is not
You
the
don't-
reason
it's
that.
not your desire.
Yeah, that wasn't my
Yeah.
desire. I don't
I
have
don't-
like a.
I don't mind cigarettes. I couldn't smoke them constantly because that would ruin like the appeal to it, to me at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had one, and then I was like, "You're not 21. How the heck do you get them?" She was like, "Oh, my mom got them for me." I was like, "What?" I was like, if I asked my parents for cigarettes, they'd kill me.
Yeah.
They would not. Alcohol is a
Do they care
different
about,
situation.
do they care about alcohol or no?
Nah, not really. Just be responsible, pretty much.
Oh,
But
My
right.
mom's extremely lenient. She
mine.
does
Well,
not care.
also I had asthma, so my mom was like, "You're gonna kill yourself if you smoke." She freaked out over like cigars, even. But I'm like,
Oh,
they're
she
not.
found out. About
Yeah,
the
I was like,
cigars.
it's not. She's not like too angry, but she
Yeah.
was like, "You're gonna kill yourself because you used to have asthma." I was like, "That's not how it works."
My dad's the type of person. He doesn't care what I do as long as he's not involved. He hates having the reputation of having done something.
Really?
Yeah. He doesn't like that reputation. My mom does not give a shit. She's like, yeah, I used to smoke pot all the time.
Pot is
Different from cigarettes.
Yeah.
It's not bad. I would smoke pot if I obviously
I
wasn't
feel
going
like it
back
can.
in the military.
Yeah, I feel like it could. It can get bad if you let it get out of hand.
Yeah, but my dad told me like the first time I ever smoked pot was with my stepdad.
Yeah.
But
My mom also did cigarettes until she was pregnant with my sister.
yeah, I don't think I could. All my family besides my uncle hate cigarettes, so it's
Right.
Yeah.
kind of the way it is.
Pretty much my whole like dad's
Yeah.
side of the family smokes.
Yeah,
Besides
that's
my
my
dad,
my
so
dad's.
Yeah.
Because my
I can see it.
grandfather and uncle smoke. My grandfather doesn't smoke anymore, but my uncle smokes like a shit ton.
Yeah, that's literally
Yeah.
that's literally how my family is. My grandpa used to smoke all the time, but then he stopped. Both my uncles still smoke a
Yeah.
lot.
Did you ever see? I remember walking in one time. My uncle's. There were cartons of cigarettes, just like in
I don't-
containers.
I don't think-
Yeah, I was like, what the? Heck?
Oh, are you talking about like the you can buy like the big old
Yeah, and it was
cases?
just huge, and I was just like,
Dude,
just so much.
I feel like that's when you kind of like it's like, dude,
Dude,
I have
I-
an addiction.
yeah, he even talks. He's so weird because he drinks like Coke. He's a mechanic, and he's
Right.
the most stereotypical looking mechanic, and acts like mechanic ever. Like,
Right.
cusses all the time and shit like that. But he always has Coca-Cola and a cigarette, and he's like, dude, I gotta stop drinking and smoking, man. And then
I gotta stop
he's
drinking
doing it.
and like
He's
drinking
been doing
alcohol.
it for he's been doing it for like 30 years. So it's like I don't know what.
Jeez.
Dude, I gotta stop doing this.
I was like, that's horrible, man.
That's
Why
horrible.
don't you get him a vape or something?
Yeah, those. I was talking to
Uncle, just start vaping. That's what the cool kids do.
when my stepdad and mom lived here in Ohio.
Right.
I used to hang out because my stepdad was in the Navy for a little bit, but he had a few like Marine friends.
right.
And I met all of them, and this one guy, he was a bigger dude. He was older, but he's like, "Yeah, I quit the cigarettes and got one of them vapes." He just kept hitting it.
Was it like one of the box ones?
Yeah, and he was like, "These are way better, man."
Dude, he got dadded on.
yeah, got dadded on.
Oh, God. Yeah, but I don't know. The only thing I probably would ever smoke is like a pipe or a cigar. I don't know.
Yeah.
Have you ever smoked weed or?
No, I
You
did it.
did the edible.
I did
story,
it edible,
yeah.
but like, I just felt super tired about it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think I knew what I was supposed to feel, and and they told me it was gonna take like an hour, and we were
Oh.
watching Shrek. The only thing,
Perfect movie to
the
watch.
only thing I remember is like towards the middle of the movie, like I really wasn't even paying attention, but like I was still watching it,
Yeah.
and all I remember is like the only time I felt like I was like a little bit high was we stopped the movie because someone had to go to the bathroom,
Yeah.
and it stopped. You know that meme of
It was
Shrek?
like-
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, anyone listening can't see, but like they know. They
Yeah.
know the meme that Shrek makes. We stopped it and like we paused the video and it stopped exactly at that point, and we laughed so hard at it.
You
for,
don't even
like-
have to be high to just really
yeah, I feel
enjoy
like,
that.
but like that's the thing. It's like I don't even think like I had to be high to laugh at
Yeah.
that because that was I don't know that would have cracked me
I
up.
can't
like,
wait
either
for
way.
the cabin because I have all the Shrek movies and that's what
Oh
we're
my
watching.
God.
But yeah, the like yeah, you've seen what Cross does to me and Spencer.
Yeah, well,
both of us. So
yeah, two different types of cross.
Yeah, I was very out of it. And Spencer was funny. The most I'll remember with Spencer is I was pretty
professional.
drunk and he was very crossed. And one of Aiden's friends that showed up said, "You guys want to play beer pong?" And I'm like, "Dude," I'm like, "No." And then Spencer's like, "Yeah, we'll play." I'm like, "Spencer, we're gonna
We'll
suck."
play.
And he was like, "It's fine, man. I don't." He like didn't want to hurt their feelings, so I was like, "Okay, we'll play." And then Spencer doesn't make one. I make a few. But we just get destroyed, and the guy just says something to us. He was like, "Can I do this?" And me and Spencer just look at each other. We're like, "Sure." And then he just keeps pounding and keeps making them. And he's like, "You have to drink that. You have to drink that." And me and Spencer just look at each other. And we're like, "Man."
You have to actually drink what's in the cup.
No,
Okay, I was about
you
to
drink
say.
alcohol to substitute because
Yeah.
it's disgusting. But
Yeah, I was about to say like
Isn't it? It's just water,
Yeah, it's just water.
I feel like
No one in the right mind would pour.
alcohol. in it.
I think Sean, years ago, when I hung out with Sean at a party, Sean did that, and you had to drink it out of the.
oh
it was
my
so
god, there's
bad.
like hair and
Yeah,
fucking
it was
dirt
like
in there.
a jackass punishment. And
I swear, I seriously, there's like fucking pubic hair in there. I don't even know how. Like,
Yeah,
this is
that's-
like-
that's
you know what I'm saying?
exactly-
Like,
you
I
just
just,
look
like-
down and just.
Yeah, it's just like who shaved, bro? Fuck.
that disgusting beer pong. What if that was a thing?
Oh,
Just like
my-
throw up and piss and then like pubic hair and
Ew,
one. You gotta like
fuck
pick.
no. Oh my god.
You gotta be
That
like,
is-
oh, which
Dude.
one do we pick?
Which one?
Which one do you
Which
pick?
cup you pick? Number 1, number 2, or number 3?
I pick
Dude.
number P.
And then you
Number
pick
P,
one.
dude. Oh my god. I
What's the?
don't think I've ever won beer pong when I was drunk.
Oh. Yeah, I don't think I've always been bad.
I
would-
almost beat. So I was at a party, and it was me and like my roommate and two of his friends, and we were playing against each other. I was playing against my roommate and one of his friends, and like we were like one cup away from winning, and they like came back. They had like they got 3 on us in a row,
Whoa.
and I was like, "You gotta be fucking kidding me, dude." That shit.
The
that
greatest
pissed me off.
beer bomb play I've ever seen is Chris Segala, because it was almost like that. They had one left, and he was I think with Connor Nixon against Brooks and Bobby.
Mm-hmm.
Chris is drunker than everyone else in the room, but he just knocks them all down, and they win, and we're all just like, "What the hell?" And he's like, "Yeah, man."
I feel like I'm always cursed with like the really fucking drunk or cross teammate all the time.
Yeah.
Like first time I ever played beer pong drunk was I don't know if Aiden ever told you about like there was like a Halloween party and
I
like
think-
he was up at Marion too. So
Chase.
the Jesus guy. He was my partner,
Oh,
and
Chase is-
he was crossed
Yeah.
because he took an edible. It was his first edible, and he was taking Pink Whitney shots over and over again. And I didn't know about it, but he was
Yeah.
just acting like a fool, and I don't know. He didn't make a single one, and like at that point I was just standing there just to lose because it was cold outside. I was like, dude, I just want to go inside.
Pink Whitney is good. It's
Dude,
just
it's
I don't know how
it's
I
one
feel.
it's one of those drinks where like it's like you don't know if you're gonna get a good shot or a bad shot.
yeah.
Sometimes it'll taste
Kinky
okay.
was so bad at
Sometimes-
Alice's party.
oh.
The discount Pink Whitney.
Mm.
Kinky.
Well, I didn't drink, so
It was called Kinky, and that was the first thing I think I tried versus like an actual beer, and it was just a
Dude,
shot of
I
it,
don't
and
know.
was like,
Okay,
"This is
I don't know
not
what was in the thing at Jonathan's plays when they were taking shots of what
Oh yeah, it was
The
like Crown Royal,
green
vodka.
some green apple.
It was a bunch of
fucking-
hard liquor.
Yeah, but like, dude, I don't know. I don't know what was in that, but like.
Yeah,
I
we
was
could
like,
tell.
what- I was like,
what
what?
happened after.
I was like, I couldn't even taste anything. That's why I was like so confused. I was like, what is this?
Yeah, John's was fun. We gotta go back there sometime. But
Yeah, it was
I do
cool.
want to ask this question just because it's a funny question. But what is like a human bodily fluid you would ingest?
Human bodily fluid that
Yeah.
I would ingest.
Anything that comes from a human
Ew.
that you can like drink.
There's only certain amounts of fluids though.
Yeah. So
That
which
is-
one would you pick?
That is
Out of all you could
really
Probably just blood.
Yeah.
bloody. I don't want
Over
fucking
urine?
AIDS or something.
But it's
any bodily fluid.
Yeah, and you can like pick the person.
Okay, I could.
Yeah.
fucking-
Oh.
I guess spit, cause from like a
Maybe.
like
A woman?
a good looking woman. I don't know. Like it's just like cause like it's
Yeah,
like
that's
it's like
stupid
the
blood.
equivalent of kissing someone. So it's like not really like
Yeah, I guess spit.
how much
Spit or like a full cup.
a full cup. Oh my.
Like spit or blood for me. I couldn't do. I feel like,
Dude,
I feel like urine isn't as bad as you
I
think.
feel like
This is why you're Jap.
I feel like you would get sick if you did a full cup of blood.
You're like, what about?
Urine, I feel like urine and blood, you would get like a fucking infection.
Probably.
But
It doesn't matter if-
depends. I
It
think
doesn't matter if
depends
someone's clean or not. I feel like
what
you're
they
still gonna.
ingest.
I feel like you're still gonna get an
Could
infection.
get very sick. Yeah.
What
It
if
is-
it's type O blood?
What's up?
What if it's type O?
I feel like you're still gonna get an infection. I'm typo.
But
It's not a type O.
yeah. Like worst is probably like diarrhea.
Oh my god, dude.
I
I don't really
that-
consider that a fluid.
yeah, you're like, but
It could be.
like,
Depends.
It's like chunky.
but you ever have like the really liquidy ones?
Yeah,
It's
I've
like
had
that.
before.
Like stomach acid.
Yeah,
Oh, I guess that's a
Jesus.
fluid.
semen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woman. Squirt.
Woman.
Squirt is a good soda, so maybe. It's...
Shut up.
It's
Some mediocre.
That's a vulgar thought
Yeah, squirt
to have.
Some vulgar.
I don't
It's
know.
very
man.
philosophical. You got Jordan
Philosophical.
Peterson. Jordan Peterson here.
Very Jared.
Jeez.
dude. Very philosophical. But
But yeah, it was like because I've never had like, well, I never had most bodily fluids, so
What
it's.
the I would hope so. I don't know if any normal person's ever had drank a cup of I don't know saliva or
Owen's making sure the cops aren't here already.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I think we should be alright.
yeah, I mean this.
At the
We're
closest
filming.
thing-
We're not filming this in Owen's house, by the way. We just broke into some random person's
Yeah,
house.
so-
Making sure the cops don't.
yeah, they're in the house right now.
We did set off the security alarm, and we might have killed a dog. But
Yeah.
you know what?
We're
That's
at
fine.
Ian's workplace. So
Ian's
it's okay.
workplace. He's just doing this at the IT.
Yeah, and he's like, I wonder what that noise is.
Just slamming his hands to the camera.
Yeah.
But yeah. What's the most disgusting thing you ever done, Paul?
Dude, I
Disgusting.
feel like Colton asks this question on every fucking podcast.
Most
What's-
disgusting.
Connor was so like baffled by the question last week.
You said something very mild.
Most
I don't even remember
disgusting
what.
thing I've ever done.
Could have drank it. You could have beat it. You could have eat it.
I don't even know, man. Like
Paul's done a lot of disgusting things. Holy crap.
no, like I
Okay,
it's like it's,
I got a better question. Do you play an instrument, and if so, what instrument?
I used to play a little bit of the piano.
Okay, piano.
Piano man.
Holden, have you ever played an instrument? Like
Yeah.
seriously?
Guitar.
Seriously?
Yeah. I learned in Westerville. You learned the guitar in 5th grade,
Okay.
so I had to do like a testing for it.
Well, that's much better than what we
Okay.
had to learn in 5th grade.
What?
Fucking, like,
It's like recorders. and-
recorders, tubas. You want to learn the trumpet?
Oh no, that
What were you guys recording?
Oh, the podcast.
I don't know, like what was it, hot cross buns? Or
Oh, that was like on a little piano type thing, like a little
something?
keyboard.
Recorders.
Yeah, recorder.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
a
what I meant.
xylophone or
Yeah.
whatever. We had,
Oh, that-
we had that.
It was It was also like a xylophone. Do do do. You know.
Yeah.
Do, do, do.
It's like that. Jeez.
Dude, what intermediate school did you go to?
I went to Jeez. Park Street. Jeez, I
Park
couldn't
Street.
think of it. God.
GCHS.
It's been a while. Yeah.
Okay.
I like Park Street. I think honestly, I think like me, Jared, and Grayson, since we all went to the same intermediate school, I think we can all attest. I think Park Street was probably, I think I would say that, I don't know. I'd say that 5th grade was probably like my favorite year.
Yeah, I also enjoyed 5th and 6th grade.
Like ever?
I went to
Yeah.
Hayes because it's like right there. Park Street's really close to me too, but Hayes is closer. It's like my next door neighbor.
Right.
So
I like the 8th grade too.
8th grade was fun.
Eighth grade was
I feel like a lot of our friends hated middle school,
Mhm.
and I could understand
Yeah.
that. I feel like that's when
Your
people turn into assholes.
A lot of people that emerged after.
your quartet's
didn't like
interesting. You, Grayson, Jared, and who's the fourth that you said? Aiden?
Oh, no. Well, I knew Aiden since like
Elementary?
kindergarten. Yeah, like
Yeah.
kindergarten, but like it was from church, but not really.
Because they didn't really know him that well. Because freshman year they asked me.
I mean, no, they didn't
Never.
know. I mean, they didn't know. I mean, Aiden didn't really know all of you guys that well until like junior
Sure.
year.
Yeah, because
probably.
I didn't know Aiden
But-
really at all. Only
but
from Grant mentioning him.
Yeah,
That's all how knew him.
I knew him quite. I
Don't
knew
say it.
I knew him pretty well up until like 5th, 6th grade, and then like middle school there was like I don't know like 2
Big hump.
years where like he
Yeah,
we
he
stopped.
was like hanging out with different people.
No, not hanging
Different
out.
school.
Well, yeah, different school, but also what is it?
Ian?
Just but he just stopped like showing up to like I think like not Sunday school but like
Monday school.
Monday yeah Monday, yeah,
Sure,
Monday
at the Monday school. But yeah, the people I hung out with the most at Hayes were Grant. I met Grant in 5th grade,
That's nuts.
and then Connor and James. James, I found a picture in my yearbook of the 4 of us at lunch, and we all 4 had glasses.
Oh,
All
God.
4 of us had glasses, and
Oh,
now only
God.
1 of us has glasses, and that's great.
I will say there's nothing more awkward when, because this kind of happened to me recently, when you go and sit at a table and everyone's wearing glasses but you.
Yeah,
You're the odd one
I
out.
dude, I will say my because Jared and Grayson were in my class in 6th grade. I'd say my group of friends in 6th grade was definitely the most strangest. It was Hudmore,
Yeah.
Noah Benner,
Oh God.
it
Shout out.
was Pete Tatera,
Dude, Pete.
Jacob Carroll,
Jacob.
Adrian Manessi.
Dude,
Manesi.
we ran into
there was this
Jacob
kid
at the
named
Buckeyes game.
Ethan Walker.
Was he a Walker?
Ethan
No, he was
Walker.
a dogger.
And Bryant was in that
Alright.
Bryant was in that class.
The McDougalls.
The
Trying to think
McDougalls.
Blake Hicks.
God, Buckeyes.
Oh. Hicks the
Levi Diaz. I don't know if you guys know who he is, but
No.
Is he related to Cameron?
no. But like if you if I feel like if you ask like Grayson, he knows who Levi is.
Alright.
But
Through
he
Cameron.
moved I think he moved to like Dublin or something, but
Or
like
New Mexico.
his I don't know.
Only one of the two.
Only 2 options, I guess, when you're moving.
But yeah, all my
Yeah.
friends in middle school, you guys wouldn't know any of them.
Sad. One thing I will say that's funny is I met Spencer in 5th grade too, and Grant and him like hung out a lot at Buckeye Woods in elementary school, and I talked to Spencer recently. He was like, "Yeah, I met Grant in like 8th grade, even though we met in 5th grade."
Oh my
Because
God.
I remember I used to hang out with Spencer and he gave me like a lot of his Legos. And Grant was like, "You got the Legos when I was hanging out with him way before."
Dude, I talked to Grant about it too. I was
Oh,
like,
man.
Spencer tells me that you guys only met in 8th grade. He was like, "This is outrageous."
I met Spencer in I met Spencer in 7th grade. That was
I think
he was in my study hall class with James and Sean Burns and
I miss James.
Connor
And John Burke.
Connor Sigmund, Austin. I'm trying to think, dude. I can't believe I remember all these people, but it was me, Austin Cooper, or Austin Copper, not Cooper.
Yeah, Copper.
Austin
Austin
Copper.
Hooper.
Yeah, Austin Hooper.
Great tight
James was there. Connor Sigmund, Sean Burns, and then Spencer
What year was
there.
this?
This was 7th grade
Okay.
study hall
2005.
with Mr. Bowers.
David graduated in 2009.
Mr.
Yep.
Bowers, man, best.
Mr. Bowers is really good.
Mr. Bowers is my favorite teacher.
I like
in middle
Bowers.
school.
I really like
Edgar Allan Poe.
What's up?
Did you?
I don't know.
ever-
I just feel like he. I don't know. He's just like.
Edgar Allan Poe.
But, jeez, yeah, that's when I met James too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I met him
Oh,
late
I'm not-
7.
I'm not gonna tell the story of how Jared and Holden met James because there's a little thing that Jared says.
Oh yeah, it's
I'm not gonna call him out for it.
I just.
I'm
man.
gonna call him for it.
Yeah.
Is it when we all started hanging out? Was it like the summer of 8th grade?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That was like the peak.
Well, I
I
didn't-
think. Of
I feel like
all
the
of it.
summer of 8th grade to like freshman year is like
The thing is with
it's like
Paul-
when we were all cool
Yeah,
and then it
peace.
all went to shit.
Yeah, you know what?
It fucking
And it
blew up
blew
like
up-
all the
It
wrong.
blew, up with,
Yeah.
it blew up with two people in particular. I'm not going to name their names.
Yeah,
but
we're not gonna
these two,
name
These two know what I'm talking about.
Mr. Hamada and Big
When these two
Hamada.
started fighting, it all went to shit.
I just
And that was like end of freshman year.
Yeah.
It was like slowly burning up. It was
And-
like
and-
war.
and to be honest with you,
Good
it's
game.
like
Yeah.
I feel like they were like trying to like go through the friend group and like have them like
Like,
people like
pick
pick sides,
yeah.
be on my
I
side.
feel like
but-
I was divorced.
When in reality, it's like they were both like way in the wrong, and it was just
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, Paul, with you.
I do feel like one. I'm not gonna say who, but I felt like one was slightly more in the wrong than the other one was.
both are pretty in the wrong in their own
because
ways.
of a certain thing that
Oh,
happened.
yeah.
That Owen knows about,
Yeah.
and Holden knows because I
Yeah.
think
yeah.
they were there.
During the creation.
The creation.
Which is
Oh,
funny.
no.
Which is funny about that creation
Got
is
it.
that person didn't even create that thing, but he blamed that
Oh
person
wait,
for
I don't
the
think
thing.
we're.
Wait, are
thinking
we talking about the wrong thing?
I think we are talking about the wrong thing.
I think I know what
Different
thing.
thing.
I think
Yeah, I'm talking about the other thing.
No one's gonna understand the thing on the thing.
I know what thing. I know what thing Paul's talking about. I
Oh,
confused it
gosh.
with another thing.
Yeah.
That's my bad.
Yeah.
But Paul, with you, I don't remember when we met. I think it was like sophomore year or something. But I heard like rumblings.
Really?
I
I
heard.
think it was. I feel like it was middle school.
Before
'Cause,
that.
like, I feel like it was like 8th grade. It's like I
8th
knew who
grade.
you were.
Yeah,
It was
that's
like,
exactly. Like I knew who you were. I heard rumblings of you. But I
Rumblings.
the only
This Paul guy.
the only Paul I knew at the time was Paul Russell. So every time you said Paul, I was like, Paul Russell?
So I said like Paul Russell destroyed the World Trade Center, and then you'll be like Paul Russell.
Well, yeah, if you say Paul Russell, then yeah, I'm gonna say Paul Russell.
Yeah, dude. It felt strange because I was the only Paul up until like
Until Paul Russell.
until
I met-
middle school.
Yeah, I've known Paul Russell since like preschool. So like knowing Paul Russell that for that long, and then you come into my life in like 8th
Come in
grade.
my life.
So yeah,
Yeah.
it's different perspectives is interesting.
Yeah, 8th grade was an interesting time. It was the building up period.
Yeah.
Because I met a lot of people.
Dude, 8th grade to like 10th grade was like the peak.
Yeah, because 7th
Yeah.
was more of like, I obviously knew you and Jared. We always hung out from the bus.
Right.
And then Nate White and Jordan Plazik. I was really good friends with them.
Dude, shout out to Jordan. He moved to Washington. I have no idea where he lives now.
Wow.
But
Seattle.
Jordan.
Jordan Plodzik, he was that.
He did the breakdancing during the talent
he,
show.
he was here.
Oh,
he was
you
with
remember
us
that?
in 7th grade, and then moved 8th grade to Washington.
Yeah.
Oh, I never heard of him.
Oh,
Oh.
damn.
But he
I'm not gonna.
he was a cool dude. But
I'm not gonna say a joke that Joey Woolard made. Shout out to Joey Woolard.
Oh, yeah.
But it was pretty funny. I'll
Eighth-
say after the podcast.
8th grade was so. Oh yeah, Joel. We would always be at recess, and they would be there.
Yeah.
We would always be Joey and fucking Jordan talking.
Yeah,
But
they're best buds.
8th grade was really. I saw Joey recently, by the way, too. He's driving his blue
By the way,
Escape.
Fucking
But
Joey went from a Colts fan. He was a Colts fan all of his life. And then
Woolard?
yeah, Joey Woolard. And then in fucking
Oh, yeah.
junior year, I see him walking in the halls with the Rams shirt on. I'm like, what are you
Oh.
doing?
it paid off.
It did pay off. He bandwagoned
Junior
it.
year, yeah, junior year. That's the year they went to the freaking Super Bowl. What the fuck?
Exactly. He was a Colts fan his whole
hell,
life
dude.
up until he became a Rams fan.
The
Which I respected him for being a Colts
Well,
fan.
you can ask
Yeah.
Holden. I have consistently always been a Seahawks fan.
yeah, for
Through the
even Reese's
Ups and downs. of
Has
everything.
Reese always been a Seahawks fan?
No.
I
Seahawks
don't.
fan
I
after
don't
the
even
Super Bowl.
remember Reese before.
It was after the.
I remember Reese.
Like
I met Reese when I met Eddie Stevens, first grade, and I was actually really close with Reese Holmes. Like we got in trouble a lot in first grade, and then after that, I didn't talk to Reese until like middle school.
You pissed off?
I guess he got like moved to another class or something.
For being pissed off?
For being pissed off.
But I'd say 8th grade was a really good like memory. Just because the end, remember the last day of school, we're just fucking around.
Yes,
we're
that's
throwing
good.
cans off
Dude,
the bleachers.
I will
my
say,
God.
fucking Jared jumped on a Gatorade ball, got all over Blake Carter's
Yeah, I was
shoes.
right
Yeah,
next to him.
His
It was pretty
new
fun.
$500 white shoes.
Yeah, and Mrs.
He was
Eister.
so pissed.
I was right next to him, and I remember Mrs. Eister. He was like, and she was like, Jordan. She was like, Jared, say sorry. And Jared's like, no. And then she was like, all right, everything is solved
Dude.
here. And then he was like,
that reminds me of the. Okay,
Oh.
there's a Blake story I want to get to later that year. Okay, I'll say this. The next year, Blake was like, "That was you who did that." And Jordan was like, "Yep." He's like, "You asshole!" And then he started giving it.
He literally saw him and do it. So Blake
Bobby
was an
didn't even
idiot.
know who he was.
Yeah, he just didn't know
How
who
do
he
you not
was.
remember Jared?
Yeah,
I
Like, it's
know.
like...
And then that no thing that Jared said that reminded me of one
Yeah.
time we were in the car with Jared. We were near Deer Creek, shouts to Deer Creek, he were in the parking lot and you were driving and Jared almost hit this guy's
Oh, yeah.
kid, and he goes, the guy was understandably pissed. He's like, "You get back here right now and apologize." And he's like,
in a car?
"No."
Wait, in a car? Or
In a
just
car,
like-
yeah.
Oh wait, no,
shit.
actually I messed up the story a little bit. So he goes, he like pulls his kid aside and he goes, "Slow down," and then Jared goes, "No."
Yeah, and then he's like, "You can not get." And Jared's driving, doing like this.
Yeah.
So.
Dude, the little hand thing. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah.
The way that started was there was we were I was driving around with Jared and like Jared was just like you should just like roll down your window and like I don't know fuck with this guy or something like that. So I was like I know what to say, so I rolled down the window. I was just like, "Hey, fuck you," and I did this and like it turned green. But like the guy in front of us wouldn't fucking go. So the guy's like staring at me and the window's down and I'm just doing this and I'm just keep doing this. I'm like, Jared, fucking go. And
Our
it's
audio
like,
listeners are really confused.
oh my gosh.
Yeah. It's so
Oh, man.
funny. I saw it and I thought it was hilarious too. I think it was like it might be I could be wrong, but it was in like some movie with Norm Macdonald and they like
I
do
don't know.
this.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah,
where.
they
I
do
don't know
this
where
in a
yeah.
scene, and I was like, "What the?" Fuck?
I don't know. It's
I
like,
think it's just an average like gimmick.
yeah, it's like a
people do.
stupid.
It's like the Italian "fuck you,"
Italian, yeah. All the Italians are doing this.
something like that.
It's like a playground insult. Like
Yeah, pretty much. Because it's so it's like
so.
in our friend group, I'd say it's something like buddy. Like calling someone buddy now is such a
Oh,
fuck
yeah.
you to them. Hey, buddy.
Only Jake can say "buddy," and it means like it means something.
Yeah, because I just
Yeah.
feel like he's always said that.
But like other like our entire friend group, you know, like you're just someone's fucking with you when they go, "Hey, buddy, can you do this?"
Yeah.
It's like fuck.
Oh,
What
man.
gets everyone riled up is Bubby.
Bubby.
You say Bubby, everyone's
Oh,
getting
okay.
You know
pissed
what's
off.
coming up?
It says buddy, no one bats an eye. say
Bubby,
Bubby,
and
it's like, everybody freaks out.
I will say a word that's been on the come up recently is schmo. I
Yeah,
feel like I
Fucking schmo.
I feel like
We've
that's,
been using it for years, but
we used it literally from a stupid Toy Story YTP.
like in high school. But
So it goes. So it's like Woody. The YTP's called Woody's lost his schmo.
delicious
Oh,
hot
man.
schmoes.
Yeah, they're called s'mores, Buzz. Right. Can somebody find Woody's schmo?
It's like in my daily vocabulary now.
Yeah.
I use that as an insult. I'm like, this guy's being a schmo.
Yeah.
And
I like schmuck.
Schmuck is good.
It's a classic.
that reminds me of the movie Click, where
Schmuck.
Adam Sandler's parents, you go,
I don't
"You
even
had
know-
tiny schmuck."
I don't even know what schmuck even means. I just.
It means dick.
Okay.
It's a Jewish. It's a Hebrew term.
Oh, is it
Yeah.
really?
It's for dick.
Oh wow.
What'd they brew?
He.
how does Moses like his coffee? He brews it.
Heard that one.
I think everyone and their grandma
Dude.
said that before.
Were you guys in? Did you guys have Mr. Moses for like health?
Oh yeah, the black dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, where you was like saying
He's cool.
stuff.
That's
I don't see color, Holton.
Yeah, I don't see.
Yeah.
I'm like a dog.
The colorful dude.
Yeah.
He was very. We
Yeah.
also
The colorful dude.
Yeah.
Remember the other
God.
black dude that in high school? Did you have him?
What are you
the
talking
thin-
about?
He was a
The
thinner
thing?
black-
The thing.
The thinner black dude.
What are you talking about?
What?
He
Who?
was in health
Talking about
class
Mr. Jordan
in high school.
The thinner-
He like came in to talk. Like, did you guys get the
No.
dude that was addicted to cocaine?
I did not.
He was in a band. There's the white dude. There were two guests. There's him and the thin black dude.
Floyd?
No.
Oh.
I had the guy who was addicted to drugs, and then like this dude's mom, like came
Does
in.
he have it going on?
What's up?
But
Well, like I don't know. It's like he
they
died.
talk about weird
but-
stuff.
Oh.
Like
Yeah.
the black dude was talking about. He was like, I was playing basketball and this girl was like playing. She was like walked up to me and she was like, I play in a game of 21 and if I lose, I'll suck your dick. And everyone in the class, it was funny. I remember I forget his name. It was Trey. Shout out to him. But Trey was like, he was like, well, did you get any out of it? Because he was like, did you? He was like, I won, and he was like, oh, did it happen then? And then the dude was like, no, I talked to her like, why you shouldn't do that? And he was like, man, you could have gotten a free one out of that.
That's fucking cap. I feel like that's
he lost.
That is
I feel like-
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he was like,
it's
that's a
like,
fake
yeah,
story.
so you lost.
Yeah, and we're like, what are you talking about? Like, you didn't get a blowjob
I
out of
won.
it? And the teacher, I forget her name, she's like, quit being focused on that.
Mrs.
Mrs. Taylor.
Yeah.
Mrs.
No, not
Thomas.
No.
There's
Oh.
two of them.
Jeez, I don't know.
Oh,
I
are you
can't.
talking about the health teacher?
Yeah.
Mrs. I didn't have her, but I forget her name.
Wow.
Fuck,
But
dude,
it
I don't know.
doesn't-
No. I don't know. It's
There was
pissing me off.
Thomas was one
It's
of the health
pissing me
teachers.
off that I can't remember her name because she had
Thomas.
my brother and she would always talk about me all the dude. It got
living up to expectations. You know who would
Yeah,
always
yeah.
talk about my sibling was Mr. Lucas. He was like, your sister was great and you are terrible.
Well, like it's a health class. Like I got a B in health,
Mhm.
and like she was just like, it's like Moses would get an A in this class, and I was just
Yeah.
like,
dude,
well,
yeah,
I'm not
compared to-
Moses,
Yeah.
and I don't really care that much for health.
Did
class.
anyone do that with you, Holden? Like, oh, your sister's a lot better.
Shaw.
Oh.
Yeah, you were with me when Shaw was like, so you're gonna get the tattoos from me? And I was like, what?
Getting the tattoos.
He just knows what she does.
I love Shaw.
Shaw-
Yeah, Shaw's cool.
Shaw asked me what my sister did, and I explained to her. So Shaw had my younger sister, and Mr. Lucas had my older sister.
Oh, so they both were pissed off.
Yeah. They're both pissed off. And then Shaw also had my brother Aiden, called him Austin Powers. Yeah.
The only thing with Lucas that's ever like, I've had a lot of interaction, but he called me an idiot. And remember when he subbed for English
Oh.
and we were doing the words? I guess he was talking to all three of us, but remember where we did like the weird word thing of the story?
Yeah.
In English, and Lucas was our substitute that day in Mrs. Ash's class senior year.
Mm-hmm.
And we had stuff with like Obi-Wan and Obama at a Lakers game. Like, it was so random. It was like Obi-Wan was fighting Obama at a Lakers game, and Shrek got mad and wanted it shut down. And Mr. Lucas was like, because I think I was the one reading it,
Yeah.
because he had to read it presented to the class. And Mr. Lucas was like, what are you on? Are you some kind of idiot?
Yeah.
He was,
Paul had something
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
the
laugh.
health teacher, Miss Conti. That's
Oh,
what it is.
Conti.
Conti.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had Thomas for health, and I also had Thomas for gym, and I also had Taylor for gym. I had
Taylor's cool. She
she's
went
the
to West Virginia.
wife of Mr. Taylor, right?
She went to West Virginia.
Yeah.
And they lived in New Mexico for a while. She always
And
talked
then
about
they
it for
found
some
out
reason.
it was terrible. So they
Yeah.
left.
New Mexico's awesome.
He
Albuquerque?
said, yeah.
I've been there for a few times.
Albuquerque, terrible pitcher.
Yeah. New Mexico needs a professional team. They don't have a professional
No,
team.
Kentucky needs a professional team.
First! Yeah, and last!
What are the places that don't have
So
professional teams?
the states,
Connecticut, New Mexico.
Well, Connecticut can't get it because that's where ESPN
yeah,
school.
Oh, yeah.
it's because they'd be biased.
Vermont.
Rhode Island, Vermont, fucking New
Maine.
Hampshire, Maine,
Alaska, Hawaii.
Alaska, Hawaii, Kentucky, Virginia. Virginia doesn't have one, which is a big surprise.
No, I almost said Nevada.
No,
Idaho.
I always had this
Idaho,
idea of like,
Montana.
what if they added
Nebraska.
so there's 4 divisions in the AFC and 4 in the NFC, right?
Yeah.
So that's 8 total divisions. What if they added 8 new like NFL teams,
And 8 new states?
like in either 8 new states
That'd be cool.
or Canada,
Okay, here's the thing.
like Toronto.
But they
And,
just
like,
take the
Ontario-
CFL at that
Ontario.
point.
What I like.
Well, like I'm saying, like get like some Canadian I don't know, teams and stuff like that.
Here, I'll
like,
disagree with you, and here's why. I like that idea of having more teams in the NFL, but what I like about the NFL is that they're the only sports league that doesn't have other teams or teams from other countries. I think that should stick with CFL and NFL. It would be cool to have other states, yeah, but
But what about 8 new teams
No.
in 8 new states?
that'd be cool. Another thing is that I feel like we should get the not the NHL, the MLB and NBA up to 32 because NHL and NFL are at 32. So once we get the NBA and MLB up to 32, then we can start expanding more.
Yeah.
Just to even it out.
Albuquerque meth heads. Los Pollos.
Oh.
Albuquerque.
Holden, I read a thing. This is kind of hockey related. This is up your alley. So I did not know this. I did not know this about the Maple Leafs because they were like showing like all the championships and the Maple Leafs have a bunch. But
Yeah.
then I read that like the Maple Leafs are basically the Cowboys, and then they like apparently they've won all 16 of the championships and there's like 6 teams in the league.
Yeah, and they suck today.
Yeah.
Well, they make the playoffs and always lose.
Yeah, I read something that they haven't made it past the second round since the 70s.
Yeah. Toronto Maple Leafs.
Great accent.
But
That's Robin Shabowski's team.
yeah. No, she likes the Canucks.
Oh, well, she liked both.
Vancouver Canucks.
Canucks.
Yeah, Canucks.
Shucks.
Oh man.
Paul, which show had the worst ending?
Which show?
What's a good show that had a bad ending? Is how I should rephrase that.
good show with a bad ending? I think How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's why I
pretty
was
much.
on that.
Yeah, I was trying to think of like another show. But
Adventure Time.
That's why Holden
I
begged the
didn't
question.
really like the
Adventure
ending,
Time.
I
but
thought the ending was fine.
I thought the ending was
it was
kind of.
it was a weird put for another show, and I kind of don't like how they die.
Well, I get it because like the whole thing in the show is like reincarnation
Yeah.
of like
But-
over and over
But
again.
the show is heavily it's Finn and Jake, but for some reason the
Right.
last episode completely veers off of that. It's
yeah, I
weaning
just
us
I
off of
felt
that.
like there was like a lot of I don't know loose ends that just kind of like let's just
Yeah, I feel like it
it's
would have
just-
been a good ending if the show wasn't so focused on Finn and Jake. But because the show is literally in the intro, Finn and Jake, the dog, the ending doesn't really focus on them. It's like, oh, adventure carries on, but they're dead. Fuck them. And, I feel like we should have gotten more to that. Like
Yeah.
regular show, I think is really good because
I think regular show had
together.
a really good ending.
Yeah.
I think that was
It's a homage to Pops. The only thing I didn't like is just how, or it's more funny. I don't really dislike it. It's just funny how Mordecai finds a girl off screen and has a family.
yeah.
He's just
I
fat.
guess I guess it just like because he overthought about like everything.
Yeah.
I feel like it was just like
That's kind of like the point. He found it naturally.
yeah,
and
it's just like it's just
wrote itself out.
exactly.
But yeah, but Rigby, awesome. He had a family.
I think it's funny how Rigby had the most stable like relationship
Yeah,
compared
and
to
he didn't even
Mordecai.
want, he
And
didn't
he
want to
want-
be in it. Yeah, it just happened.
I feel like he kind of wanted it, but
Yeah,
he just didn't
towards
want
the
to.
end.
He didn't want to admit it, but
Because there's
it
the
was-
episode where she got mad at him, but then he like made things
Yeah.
up. But yeah, and he got his high school
I miss
diploma.
that show, man.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a really good show.
Dude, I feel like I don't know, man. I feel like kids nowadays just won't understand like the.
they don't
big-
get good stuff. The good stuff.
Fucking-
No Camp Laslo. No anything
No
good.
Camp Laszlo. Dude,
No Better Call Saul. Nothing.
No Better Call Saul. Jeez,
Yeah.
dude.
The end. Yeah, Better Call Saul. The second half in August.
July. I thought it was July 11th.
Then pushed it to August.
Really?
That's when I looked it up. It was in August, but
That's annoying.
I'm just getting some subscription and binge watching the entire
That's-
season. Then, but
It's on Fubo,
yeah.
so I would do that.
But yeah, I finally rewatched Breaking Bad again, just to get through
Rewatched it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I already done it a few times, but
Yeah, I remember telling my friend to, my roommate to watch Breaking Bad.
it's such a good show.
And like all he does is make Breaking Bad jokes and like.
yeah, you
Better
gotta
Call
watch the
Saul.
show if you're gonna make.
No,
That's
like
right.
now he does. After he watched it,
Oh, yeah, I
it's just
understand.
like it's like you see. Now you can like laugh with all of us. with all
Yeah,
these
Hank
funny-
is such a good character. Hank is
I
one
don't
of my
think-
favorite.
I don't think there's really a good
Well,
character.
he's as more of a hero as you can get, but his downfall is when he becomes more of an anti-hero, if you will, is more his downfall.
Yeah,
This thing with Jesse
I
and-
do think like I think like
But
Hank.
he's most of a hero you can get.
I think Hank. Yeah, Hank is like. I think the thing with Hank is just like, he puts like other people who are like, quote unquote criminals like below him,
Yeah.
and like he's willing to like sacrifice their lives and like put them in danger. Like
Yeah.
Jesse.
Yeah,
he's, like,
it's
he
more
didn't-
black
I don't
and
think
white.
I don't think he really gave a shit if Jesse like got killed or what
Yeah,
happened to him.
because he's a criminal.
Yeah, so he just doesn't care. Whereas
he's-
Jesse, I feel like morally, I think Jesse is probably like
The
the
best,
best character.
He's
because
he's,
like
he's the best character. Hank is just more of a hero in the sense.
because it's funny how like it's called Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
But like you think Jesse is gonna be the one to break bad. but
Yeah,
it's
and you
Walt.
think
yeah.
Hank is the one too. Hank is a hero, kind of like how Batman is a hero, because they both do things like against criminals. They're criminals. Like Batman would kick the shit out of Jesse because he's a criminal.
Yeah.
So I think Hank is like a hero more in the sense where it's black and white.
Yeah.
Where Jesse is a hero where it's gray, more.
Because really,
He's not really an anti-hero because he doesn't really. The only thing that bad is killing Gale, but he's kind of manipulated to do that.
yeah,
yeah.
Jesse.
But overall, yeah, I definitely loved the El Camino movie. When you watch it after you watch Breaking Bad, it's even better.
Yeah, I don't know. That was really cool.
Yeah.
I think Aaron Paul and Bryan Cranston are gonna be in season 6, like in part 2.
Yeah, because
At
I
some
think
point.
it's supposed to lead in that, and we kind of see Saul. Because when you watch Saul in season 5 of Breaking Bad too, it's very interesting watching him because you could see how they were gonna make a show, the spinoff now watching back because he literally goes "Better Call Saul"
Yeah.
to Flynn, but I like him talking to. I love the scene where he's talking to Walt, and Walt is like, "It's over when I," and then he goes, "It's over," and then he walks out. I really like that. And then I like how he goes, "If I'm lucky, I'm gonna be managing a Cinnabon a few months from now," and then he's doing that.
Yeah.
in this Better Call Saul.
I think it's, I don't know. I think it's an interesting show. I'm kind of more excited. I'm like more interested on like not the backstory because I feel like I can kind of predict what's gonna happen.
Definitely. 'Cause,
Like,
I mean, he even mentions
It's not even
Lalo.
spoilers because no one knows, but like I think
Yeah.
Kim is gonna die.
I just
just don't-
her dying would make Saul go too overboard. Like I think that would push Saul to a breaking point.
I think Saul is pretty heartless in Breaking Bad. I mean,
Kinda, but he still has that flavor, and you could tell he feels very remorseful to Brock being poisoned. Like he didn't know Brock was gonna be poisoned.
yeah, I will say like some of the stuff like he was like like he didn't want to do it, but Walt
And
made
I
him.
love the
But I think
scene-
one part is just like he kept saying like they should just kill what's his name Badger like over and over
Yeah.
again. And it's just like he's like, why don't you just kill him? And it's just like we're not killing Badger.
Yeah, I don't understand that too, especially with him going with Hank. Like we should kill Hank, and he looks like, and Walt just
Yeah.
looks at him. He's like, no, family, fine. But I think that's at that point that Saul seems what Walter is willing to do. So I think Saul is just leveling with him.
Yeah.
But I love his interaction with Brock. Where remember when he's talking to Brock, and then it cuts to him, and he's like, "That's what I told Sally, but I had a crush on her, but she moved away." So he was like, "Remember?" Just
I think
leave it
he's
overboard.
probably got the best lines of any character in any like show.
Yeah,
Like,
I
it's
once
just-
convinced a girl I was Kevin Costner.
And that actually happens in
Yeah.
Better Call Saul. That was
He was
actually...
like, "Do you know why I succeeded? Because I believed in it." You're full of colorful remarks, Saul. Believes we should take him out. I should take you out.
Yeah.
But
I think I don't know. There's a lot of interesting TV
Yeah.
shows.
Yeah.
Out right now.
yeah, but
Yeah.
Mrs. Marvel, isn't that a thing or whatever?
Miss
I don't
Marvel.
watch any of the Disney.
And I hate Disney shit, but I not hate. I really dislike it.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I'm not into the
Too cheesy.
I'm not into any of the
Maybe.
low key
Yeah.
stuff and like.
And it's not, honestly, if you go on to more, I agree with Martin Scorsese, what he says about him. It's like a roller coaster when you watch him. You don't go to it for like good acting or
yeah,
a
you don't
great
go.
storyline.
Yeah, you just kind of go.
It's
just to-
it's eye candy.
That's pretty much what it is.
But if you want to
But
watch,
I feel like even that it's not really that fun to watch anymore. Like I don't know.
it's
Like
very predictable.
yeah, not not only just predictable, it's just like I don't know. I feel like all the characters that I like are just like I feel like the last movie that I genuinely wanted to go see badly was Spider-Man: No Way Home.
Yeah, that was.
Like even if
That was
if
good.
like Toby and Andrew did show up, I still would have liked the movie quite
Yeah,
a bit.
yeah.
Just,
That
I
was
don't know.
definitely. It was when fan service is correctly used.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, the ones today just kind of like.
I like the
Yeah.
Doctor Strange. I thought that was pretty good.
I did not like that movie.
Mm.
I'm not gonna lie.
I
felt
didn't even
like
go to see it.
I
so-
felt like I had to. I felt like I had to watch all the TV shows to understand what was going on.
I didn't watch any of the TV shows besides Loki, but I understood the plot. of it.
I could understand the plot, but like half I would say like the first like 25% of the movie, like I had no idea what the hell was going on or like what like anyone's motives were or like
I guess I didn't either, but that's because I didn't watch the first Doctor Strange movie. So that's like, oh.
well, the first Doctor Strange movie has absolutely nothing to do with the second one.
Really?
I would
Yeah.
say so.
This is the weird thing. I kept seeing like characters were killed off very stupidly in that movie.
No,
Or from
I
my
thought it
head.
was fine.
I thought that they were talking
which
about how
one?
like a character they revealed his power to stop.
Which one?
Well, I think it's the screaming.
I thought it was funny. It made
Oh,
because they like
I thought it
reveal
was
his
funny.
power to stop, and then he.
I thought it was pretty
That's
funny.
what
I thought it
gets
was
him
funny.
killed.
I don't know. Dude,
I guess
You know,
that's
I mean,
more
I
of a
get-
Marvel
you
thing.
know-
I guess that was pretty stupid because literally, what happens is John Krasinski announces the power that he has to Wanda, and she's like, "Oh, really?" And then
Yeah, like who does that? That's such a fucking. That is very Marvel,
yeah,
but like,
I don't know.
that's something
man.
we would do.
yeah, that's like very.
Like
comedic.
I'd say Marvel is pretty corny, but like it's getting like
To-
really corny. With, like some of the
Yeah.
lines.
To me-
I will say the death scenes though were pretty gruesome, like on the screen.
yeah,
Like,
it was like
Yeah,
almost like a horror.
that
type.
doesn't mean much when there's nothing
But like,
behind
dude,
it.
no,
though.
it was been I'd say that the Peggy Carter one was bad.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
That was a pretty not like the death scene, but like what
She said.
she said. Yeah, that made me cringe. And what made me cringe more were the fucking the grown ass fucking men screaming in the fucking theater for like
Oh,
for just regular.
luckily I didn't get any of that.
for just
I was
regular
so-
shit. Like
I was so glad that I didn't get any.
yeah, no, like
Marvel fans.
I mean, you
or
s-
white people. They clap during
dude,
the
you see
theater.
like fucking like
Clapped on an airplane.
Yeah.
you see like fucking Wong like just like make a fucking portal and all you hear is like woo!
I had no idea who's gonna be the movie.
That's why. That's why.
Didn't see that one coming. Like it's like, dude, oh my god.
I think that's why
Like,
Scorsese says it's like a roller coaster.
It's
That's how
annoying.
people react.
yeah, dude. I just like I don't know.
Like I thought it was. Okay.
Look, I will say for like Infinity War
Infinity
and
War
Endgame,
Endgame, yeah, I was just
that
gonna
makes
say that.
sense
Yeah,
because
it makes
it's
sense
like
there.
it's the like
I'll give you that.
accumulation of so many movies like building up to one thing.
That was cool. I
Like
think that was-
it,
I will
like
say-
that is like I think that's the reason that I liked Marvel so much before is because it was just like building up
Cool
to
moments.
this one. It was a bunch of these cool little movies building up to this one big movie, and when those two movies came out, they delivered
Yeah.
and they were really good. So like it's just like I was like, oh, that's awesome.
Well, obviously it's not gonna get higher from there.
Yeah,
I
that
don't
was
think
the
I don't
peak.
think I don't think they're gonna beat that.
Um,
I don't know how they would beat that. Like
Probably some other storyline, but what I will say about the very first Avengers movie, back in 2012, that was the very first theater I was in that I heard laughter in the theater.
Really?
It's really like I never had experienced that before that movie because I guess I never went to like a comedy movie in theaters.
Oh.
I never went to like any of that stuff, but it was interesting to like see people laughter in theaters because usually you're supposed to be quiet.
yeah, first time
yeah.
I ever heard someone clap was when Spider-Man showed up in the
Civil War.
yeah Civil War.
The I
That
will
was
say
unexpected.
at least in new era, I think a person that makes way more better corny jokes in movies than what Marvel does it is Mike Myers. Like Austin Powers is that acting on like when done correctly, when the jokes are done perfectly.
Mhm.
I'd say even Adam Sandler can pull off corny jokes and
Yeah.
it's entertaining.
I like Mike Myers movies more than Sandler's though.
Yeah, Mike Myers is way better than
I was
Sandler.
like I was kind
I
of
think,
looking
but-
forward. I don't know. I was kind of looking forward to like DC because it's like Marvel kind of did their thing, they were over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was kind of hoping that DC would kind of do something similar.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
I, feel
I
like they
love
just
Joker.
screwed up
What I-
so
what
many
I-
times.
I watched Endgame with Holden, and at the end of the theater, when the credits were rolling, he was like, "All right, it's your turn, DC." That's what Holden said.
Oh yeah, but I mean, I loved Joker, but I just don't think they can do. They're making Joker too, but you can't really bounce on that unless you're gonna have him walk through a portal and be like, "Sup" to Robert Pattinson. But
So stupid. And we already got a Joker in that universe. I see what you mean. 'Cause
yeah, so that'd be hilarious.
That's so stupid.
He just it would be,
I do
Oh.
feel like I feel like they did kind of hint at it a little bit, right?
Did you
Kind
So you saw the
of.
Batman, right?
What's up?
You saw the Batman, right?
Yeah, I seen the Batman.
But I
what's-
just don't think they would. We can have Arthur in it, but
What were your thoughts
maybe.
on the Riddler?
The Riddler.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought it was a decent villain.
Yeah, Grant hated him.
Dude,
But-
guess who else hated him?
You.
Yeah.
But everyone loved Jim Carrey. Loved Jim Carrey.
That's what I will say. Paul Dano's Riddler made me appreciate Jim Carrey's Riddler more.
I think Jim Carrey wasn't a terrible Riddler. It was the script he
I feel like
he was
Yeah.
given
Jim
to make him
Carrey
seem
would
like
have been a
Joker.
Better
great
Joker, yeah.
Yeah.
And Defoe.
Yeah, and all these guys.
There's a lot of good Joker options.
I feel like-
not fucking
Jared fucking Leto.
Jared Leto, I feel like
Morgan
was
Darb.
a lot of bad script writing,
Dude,
but
no. At this point,
Jared
it's-
Leto's a terrible actor.
he's not that bad.
He's pretty bad.
He's in a lot. He's like a Nicolas Cage. He's in a lot of shitty
I will
movies.
say his best movie is still
Show
American
Treasure
Psycho,
Time, man.
and he gets killed in it.
Like he's not a terrible actor. He's just in shit movies.
I've not liked a single role he's had except for Paul Allen in American Psycho.
Mr. Nobody. Had to watch that with Grayson and Grant. That was an interesting movie.
I feel like I love how Jared Leto's only just a meme in any movie that he's in.
Yeah,
It's
because
just-
I can't believe they actually put Morbius back in theaters.
I liked him in War. I think it's War Dogs or Warlord with Nicolas Cage, where he's his brother in it. He gets killed off like every movie,
Yeah.
but he's pretty good in that.
I just love how that works. He's in the worst Marvel movie and the worst DC
Yep.
movie.
and he's just killed off.
It's just
all the time.
like
I think that's legitimately the case. Out of all the Marvel movies and all the DC movies, those are the worst ones, and he's in both of those.
It's funny they re-released Morbius just because everyone was making jokes about it and they thought it was
Yeah, they're like,
popular.
I was just
love
talking
us.
about
Yeah,
it.
They
they
love
love
me.
us.
Oh my gosh.
Nobody loves you. It's just a meme.
But yeah, he's like he looks insanely good for his age though.
He
He's
does
like
look
almost
good.
60.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
But
That's what happens when you drink, I don't know,
Mountain Dew.
blood.
Yeah. Tom Cruise.
Child blood.
Dude,
Tom Cruise
okay,
is awesome.
Who was the better vampire, me or Jared Leto?
Tom Cruise.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Tom Cruise is the best
Vampire.
Yeah, the
blood
new
drinker.
Top Gun is great. The new Top Gun made $500 million despite not being
I wanna
released
go.
in China.
I kind of want to go see it.
I want to go see it really, really bad too. But
Wait, didn't you already see it?
no,
I,
I was talking to Grayson, but Grayson didn't want to see
Wait,
it. yet.
really?
I
Yeah.
want to see if
We
it's
waited
like.
on
I
it.
want to see if it's in IMAX. I feel like
Yeah, that's
everyone's
what I
like-
heard is best.
Everyone's just like, you gotta watch it in like.
I thought
IMAX.
I thought when we were talking to Connor about it, you were like, "Oh yeah, I saw it."
No,
And Connor was
I
talking
was just
about
talking
it.
about the original Top Gun.
Connor said the new one's better than the original.
Yeah, but it's Connor.
It's a popular opinion too. I looked on the internet and a lot of people are like, "This is better than the original."
I call that relevant
Because I also saw RG3 tweeted, he was like, "The new Top Gun."
I call that
RG3.
just being in
RG3 has some
weird
pretty
takes.
stupid
I agree.
fucking opinions.
Yeah,
Dude, he's such a
all those injuries got
he's
to his
such a-
head.
It makes sense, but he's such a Lamar simp. It makes sense because he played with him, but
No, I mean,
Yeah.
not only that. It's just like,
Him as
and,
an
like when he,
announcer.
dude, when he was calling.
what terrible
when he was calling out Ryan Tannehill for the whole
Oh,
like
yeah.
Malik Willis thing. It's like,
That was
it's like
dumb.
I was like I want to go to the Bears and back up Justin Fields so I can mentor him. It's like okay, yeah, well, good for you, but Ryan Tannehill has had way more success of an NFL quarterback than you
Drafted
ever
the
had.
same,
Yeah.
same draft class, by the way.
Same draft class, and he's had way more success than
and he
you
was a
had.
wide receiver in
Yeah.
college.
Yeah,
so-
he was.
And
He went
played at
from
a
wide
shitty
receiver
school.
to
Yeah.
college, and he throws a fucking better ball than you
Shout
ever
out to the
will.
Aggies out there.
Like, I don't know,
The team
dude.
sucks.
I think I'm not gonna lie. I think that's one thing that pissed me off so much was the whole Ryan Tannehill stuff because like,
Dude, we put him
I
in
think-
therapy.
look, I think like people forget. I think people are forgetting that he had 4,000 like total scrimmage yards.
Mhm.
Holy
All right,
shit.
2 years ago, 33 passing touchdowns and 7 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah,
Like that's like
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know, like
and ran Mariota out of a job.
exactly.
Yeah.
And I mean
and
they
gave
took
Tua a job.
Gave Tua a job.
job.
Took the Titans to the AFC Championship game, man. Like, I mean,
Not this year.
I mean, obviously, I don't think he's like
Stupid.
stupid.
Well, he is stupid because he went to Texas A&M.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
fuck the Aggies, man.
But hey, Von Miller went there and he's a cool guy.
I don't care. He just beat me in the Super Bowl.
Well, he's a big Bronco guy.
Yeah, that's fine.
And Paul's
God.
pissed off.
Broncos, man.
Yeah.
Broncos are gonna go off, Paul. 2 touchdowns in a year.
Dude, I say this, the Broncos are super overrated. 2 touchdowns in the
I
year.
I'm not even saying this as a salty Seahawks fan, but I really
Saying it
don't.
as this oldie platoon.
Yeah, I really don't think the Broncos are gonna win a lot of games. I
16.
wouldn't even be surprised if
Ten
they don't make the playoffs. Because dude,
Well,
that division is so.
AFC is really good.
I'm
Not only
calling
is not only is
the
the whole
Raiders-
AFC good, but that division
Dude,
itself
I think
is
it's
so
the Raiders might
I
have
give-
to Raider
I give-
it, and maybe they can.
I
make
give
it.
Jacob this.
Raiders have to Raider it, and the Chargers have to Charger it.
Yeah,
I
and
feel
then
like
they
that.
I
make
give
it.
Jacob a lot of shit, but the Raiders are winning their first division title since 2002. You heard it here first.
No, Devontae is gonna get a little
I think-
scrotum attack, and
What? Chihuahua?
yeah, and
I
they're gonna
will say,
Raider it and lose
I'm
the last
not-
7 games.
I don't even say this as a joke. I think the Raiders have the best offense.
I think
I think they have the best offense.
I think they have the best team, but I'm not convinced. I still think they're
No,
gonna
I
barely
think-
make the playoffs and lose
I
in the
think-
first round.
I
or-
think
saw a comment
the
that said,
I think the Broncos have the best defense, mostly because I don't trust.
Oh, they had a
Brandon-
great defense.
I don't trust Brandon Staley as a head, defensive. You
They
know.
the Broncos
Yeah.
held the Bengals to 16 points.
in the first half.
No, we beat them like 16-9.
Because I mostly
In the first
with the Raiders, it's just like, you know, Derek Carr's a pretty good quarterback, but there's you have like Henry Ruggs, Devontae Adams, and
Yeah.
Darren Waller.
I just
Like, who do you guard?
Did you say Henry Ruggs?
Oh fuck! I meant
great guy.
God.
I mean,
Forget about that guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking
It's a
piece
don't,
of shit.
Slip
don't
of
give
the
him
tongue.
driving lessons.
Slip of the tongue.
Slip of the tongue.
Well, you
Jeez,
could give
Slip
him
and Jimmy.
He probably needs driving lessons. Don't give him driving lessons. No, he's gonna go back out there and do it.
I meant to
Slipping
s-
Jimmy over here.
I meant to
isn't
say
getting
Hunter
anything.
Renfro.
Hunter Renfro. He just got re-signed.
Yeah.
I
Who
read
do
a-
you guard?
I read
you
a
know?
comment that
Yeah.
said with the Chargers team, because the Chargers upgraded quietly as well. If Justin
Quietly.
Herbert, someone said if Justin Herbert does not make the playoffs with this team, there's something wrong.
Yeah.
Look,
I
look.
think the Chargers are going to do better than the Raiders.
Look,
I think they're going to beat the Raiders.
I think Justin
We'll see.
Herbert's a really great quarterback.
I
right?
do too.
I
The best.
think he's
like,
I think he's a really great quarterback. I love Justin Herbert, all right? But like when people say Herbert's better than Burrow, I just can't agree with that.
No.
It just doesn't make sense because they both win the first round, all right? They both win the first round, all right? Both went to equally bad teams, all right?
One in the playoffs.
Yeah, one made it to Super Bowl by carrying a pretty bad team, all right? And everyone like I'm gonna sound like a Bengals fan, all right? But like
Yep.
everyone's gonna say like, oh, like, you know, the Bengals were a lot better of a team that they, you know, seemed. But it's just like, but you know, they had a rookie receiver, all right? They had a, you know, quarterback that's coming off a really bad injury, all right, in his second year.
Yeah.
And they had a really bad O-line, not an amazing head coach, all right, and an
True.
okay defense.
yeah,
And
our
you
defense
still-
is good.
Yeah, your defense was good, but like everyone was acting like they had the fucking Legion of Boom or something.
Yeah.
It's like,
Pac-Man
isn't that
Jones.
fucking good?
Apple sucked, but
Pac-Man Jones is great.
I don't
Mike-
think Apple's. I don't even think Eli Apple's like. I think, okay, look, I'm not trying to call you a casual, but I'm like when people say Eli Apple is like one of the worst cornerbacks,
No,
he gets
it's not
thrown all
that.
the time, he
This
sucks
is why-
ass. I just think that's
He's
dumb.
a penalty
They-
machine.
they only
He's
say
a penalty machine, and he talks more than he can do, but doesn't
That's
mean
what
that
I
he's
said.
a
All
bad.
quarterbacks
That's why.
do that,
That's why.
though.
That's why a lot of people hate him is because he just talks shit.
But he's really
Um,
not
Cornerbacks
bad.
do that
He's
all the
a-
time, though.
He actually played pretty well in the Super Bowl, and like I love how he's just like, oh, like
One mistake.
Cooper Kupp burned him. It's like, who did Cooper Kupp not fucking
Yeah.
destroy
To
in
be
the
fair,
backfield?
that
Like,
throw was really Stafford, not Cup. That was a really great placed ball by Stafford.
yeah, and it's just like
There's nothing you could
He
have
just
done.
really run his room.
I think it was
but
great.
they're not
It was
winning
it was
just
good.
for
It was
fun,
good defense. It was
and
everything.
that play shouldn't have even happened because they called pass interference on Logan Wilson.
Well, I will
On
say.
third down.
Well, I will say it evens out because
Yeah,
the
okay.
Higgins
Yeah.
touchdown.
I like how Higgins even said he was like, "Yeah, it happened, but I didn't get called."
yeah, but I didn't get called. That's what they
I don't know. I think I don't know. I just hated how Rams fans were just like, Like
There's barely any Rams.
Rams
yeah,
have fans?
Rams.
Yeah,
fans.
Rams don't have fans. That was one of the worst fan ceremonies ever.
Did you see that?
Where they were
The
celebrating
Super
and
Bowl?
no one was there.
God.
It was just homeless people being like,
What?
playing
their NES on the street?
They're like,
I just
Mario.
I just hate how Ram fans were talking so much shit. It's like you guys literally bought your way to a fucking Super Bowl,
Yeah.
and you almost lost. You almost lost to
The
to the fucking Bengals.
In the most
Last year they had the fucking #1 overall pick. Now they're in the Super Bowl
Yeah.
with a
Well, 2
quarterback
years
pretty
ago.
much almost like in his rookie year still,
Yeah.
and it's just like.
And the most LA thing ever too was before the Super
God.
Bowl, they had all the homeless people in their tents and they kicked them all out.
That's
They were
just,
kicking out
the
homeless
most
people.
LA shit ever.
That's
dude.
because everyone's homeless. They can't even be fans of the Rams. They're like, who won the
Anytime-
what? And then
anytime-
they're like, can I have some food?
Anytime LA
Who won the
wins,
what?
anytime LA wins, America loses.
Yeah, 'cause-
unless it's the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim.
but
Dude, I'm
they're in
telling
Anaheim. Anaheim's
Dude.
a nicer part of LA.
I will say, the MLB had 2 managers before June 4th that had the name Joe, and then after June 4th, they had 0. Because Joe Girardi got fired by the Phillies, and then Joe Madden got fired by the Angels.
And they went on a 9-game winning
The
streak
Phillies-
after they
yeah,
fired him.
After the Phillies fired their manager, they went on a 9-game winning streak.
So,
Dude, to be honest with you, I hate the 49ers so much, but I kind of wanted them to win against the Rams.
So a rematch.
A
Not
rematch.
not just a rematch, but
The
like
third
even
rematch.
if they win, they'll win in the Rams stadium, and I just think that would have been so fucking funny.
Yeah, that
I would have just
I like
I don't know.
Garoppolo, so
no, and then they would sign Garoppolo for like another
He's
4
alright.
years. I'd be like, oh, he's our
Eastern
franchise.
Illinois. He's from Chicago. He's awesome. He's gonna play for the Bears one day.
You hate Garoppolo?
I think he's alright. I don't hate him.
Well, he's gonna
I don't
play
think
for the
he's-
Bears
I
and
don't think he's-
Bengals one
I
day.
don't
Plays-
think he's amazing.
He
I
plays
think
for
he's,
the 49ers.
I think he could be good. Yeah, he plays for the 49ers, but he's from Chicago. so it's
I
cool.
will say I only hate the 49ers because of the team and the fans. I don't
Yeah.
have anything against the players. I actually
San-
really like all the
San
players.
Francisco's more like, again, all the fans are just like homeless, so that's all they can complain about. So
That's not even true.
Yeah.
There's a lot of 49ers fans that are historic, like old-timey fans. And there's a lot of fans that
Yeah, I
like, travel
fucking hate
well.
old people.
yeah, and they're homeless because
God.
like I can't afford my
but-
child's birthday,
but
but
the
I can afford
49ers
tickets to go to the
The
game.
49ers are like
Yeah, what a bunch of
Steelers
morons.
and Raiders fans. They travel well.
Yeah, and they piss and shit all over their streets.
There's a lot of 49ers
One of the
fans
most
in
disgusting
Ohio.
cities. Yeah, and whenever they come here, we piss and shit is all over the streets because they're like, oh, it's just like home.
No, I'm saying there's 49ers fans that live in Ohio.
Yeah, and they're assholes. Every single one of them.
I don't really like Seahawks fans either.
Really?
I mean,
Yeah.
they're all right. I haven't.
I just think they're
Seattle is
pussies.
all West Coast people are like
I feel like they turn into
Alright,
pussies.
weird fans.
Yeah.
Salem, Oregon is really great.
yeah, the Salem witch trials. But Oregon Trail is a great game.
What?
Oregon Trail, the
What?
game, the video game.
No, I've
Owen died of dysentery.
I know about the Oregon Trail, the mystery, but
Oregon
Trail, the video game.
But
Alright.
what fan base has the best fans?
Bills.
I like Bills, yeah.
Or
Those are cool fans.
Bills or probably I was gonna say something that Paul would disagree with, but I'm not gonna say it now.
Belmont.
I'll go with the Lions.
Lions are all right. They're just depressed.
Wait, I was gonna disagree with that.
No, there's something else that I was going to say. You want
Were
me
you
to
gonna
say
say Cardinals?
No, I was gonna say Packers.
Oh.
Packers? Jesus Christ.
They're not. They're like in over their heads.
And then I said Lions to say.
I think
Yeah.
I think
Vikings can be cool.
Vikings are cool.
I think Packers fans are fucking bitches, bro.
I've never experienced a problem with
Bears
the Packers.
fans.
I think Packers fans are so like they have Rodgers' fucking dick so far up their ass all the fucking time. They can never see him do no wrong. Like it's
You know what's
just
funny
You
about
kill
our
a child.
You know what's funny about our friend group? We have a fan from every team almost. We have Grant, the Packers fan. Then we have Chase,
Barry.
the Bears fan. And then we have Paul, the Seahawks fan. Holden, the Cowboys fan. Owen, the Bengals fan. And then we have
Connor the Patriots fan.
Connor, the Patriots fan. Kyle, the fake Patriots
And
fan.
then,
Jacob, the Raiders fan. Aiden, the fake Browns fan. Clifton, the real Browns fan.
Clifton's the 49ers, because remember he's
Oh,
like, my
yeah.
mom
Do you remember that Super Bowl party? God. Oh, the 49ers are the best team.
Dude, he was the only one fucking rooting for the Niners.
No.
I don't care. Dude, honestly, I don't give a shit about like with the whole shit with Mahomes and the
I don't
Chiefs
care
now.
either.
I would
Yeah.
have rooted for the Chiefs to win that game.
Yeah.
Like
No
even
one
if
wants
I
the
go
49ers
back,
to win another one.
even if they play if the Niners and Chiefs play again, I will still root for the Chiefs. I
Yeah.
will not root for the Niners. Fuck
I'd
that.
rather have the Chiefs have most Super Bowls of any other franchise than the 49ers or Steelers.
And the Chiefs only have 2 right now. It's not like I have 18 million like every fan's making it out to be.
Yeah.
I honestly think that Mahomes might only win one more Super Bowl.
Maybe 2.
Maybe they're.
No, I think he's gonna win only one more.
What about Brady? Huh?
Is he winning only one more?
Maybe I don't know.
Oh,
At this
the
point,
great
like,
Paul.
he could.
The
could
great
win
Paul.
again.
Dude, Paul, if you're a historical,
Historial?
if you're,
If you were a historial Orioles
If you're-
fan, what would you do?
if you're a historial Orioles
Historial.
if you're a historical figure, would you be known as Paul the Great?
I
Paul the
guess,
Great
I hope.
Gosu.
I don't know.
Paul the Great Gosu.
Paul
That
the
would be-
Yeah, what's your favorite MLB team? Speaking of Orioles,
MLB team.
The Orioles. The Mariners?
The Orioles.
Do you like the Mariners?
Dude, do you know that?
I don't really
Orioles-
watch baseball.
Do you
so I
know?
don't
Do you know
have a
that?
team.
Do you know the Orioles fan base page that comments on every MLB post? He was
Yeah.
actually banned by the MLB.
Really?
And then he's like, "I'm waiting to see if the MLB unbans me." And then they're like, "Oh, looks like you were unbanned."
Yeah, really? MLB hates the Orioles.
Yeah, it's because
that much?
every comment the Orioles fan page is like, "Well, I guess the MLB hates the Orioles." But no. I asked this to Cal too, and I just said, "I know you don't watch baseball. What pick a team?" And he chose the Diamondbacks.
Really?
So, yeah.
Arizona? I've been to that stadium a few times. It's a nice stadium.
Um,
Everyone, even in Arizona, no one cares. Like,
I'll just say
it's-
this, Paul. Just do not choose the Dodgers, the Cubs,
Or the Diamondbacks.
the Cardinals, or the
I-
Diamondbacks. No, you can choose.
I don't know. I guess the Reds or something.
All right, cool, good choice.
Really? Not the
Yeah.
Rockies?
The Rockies are fine. But that's Colorado.
I don't know.
Didn't you say the Mariners too? Because they're Seattle.
Yeah, but I probably just said that just to, I don't know.
Piss yourself off.
To piss yourself off.
Seattle's like the only really, I don't know, Seattle. I mean, Seattle's the only real Seattle team.
The real C.
Seattle's really
Giant
the only
C.
Seattle team I root for. Just because I always root for them since I was a kid. So I
You
just
didn't root for the Supersonics?
Are you serious?
Really.
Ray Allen played there.
Ray Allen, I guess barely,
Yeah.
but he's mainly a Celtic.
And Patrick Ewing. He was there too.
Well, I wouldn't give a shit about fucking Seattle Supersonics when I'm living in Ohio and
True.
LeBron's playing for the Cavs.
I guess that's
So-
fair.
Oh, yeah? Well, wait till he goes to LA, buddy.
What?
He goes to-
I like how you don't even talk about Miami, the one that
We're
that
living in
really
Miami.
shook
pissed
up.
everyone-
Yeah,
yeah.
the one that pissed everyone off. No, LA.
Miami pissed him off because he played for Cleveland for like what 10 years before that.
I think
Yeah.
everyone talks shit about LeBron, but I
KD did worse.
I think KD's was way worse. But
But he
like,
went to a better school.
Yeah.
better school. Yeah, I think I don't know. What LeBron did when he came back and like
Too
won
far,
the
man.
championship.
Oklahoma State, man.
That's like to me, I think that's
Dude,
like
but
way
Miami
more
fans
than-
were betrayed. They could not believe the audacity of him to go to Cleveland.
Yeah.
Dude, didn't he win 2 rings with Miami?
He won,
Yeah.
won like three, and then won
Three.
one with Cleveland, and then has not won one with LA.
He hasn't won one with LA.
No, he
He's
won.
won 2 with
No, it
Miami.
was the
Yeah, he won
COVID.
2 with Miami.
The LA was the COVID year. It was the count.
Yeah, that is kind of true.
Do you know what's crazy? The Dodgers won during the COVID year. The Lakers won during the COVID year, and the Rams won during the COVID year.
Whoa, that's
3
crazy.
LA teams.
So something's on here.
So you're telling me COVID is just a big conspiracy
for LA.
for LA?
You just spread
No,
it.
the Rams didn't win during the COVID year.
Yeah, it was Tampa Bay.
Yeah, that's Tampa Bay.
So Tampa Bay.
And the Lightning won during the COVID year.
So Tampa Bay and LA
Yeah.
started it all.
Oh God.
How is Tampa
The
Bay?
Rays should have won.
How's Tampa Bay doing in the playoffs?
They're in the Stanley Cup.
Are you kidding me?
With the
I thought you were
Avalanche.
talking about the Buccaneers. I was like, what?
The Rangers blew a 2-0 lead.
That's terrible. Did you guys?
But Colorado Avalanche are in, so hopefully Colorado wins.
Oh yeah, I sent that message. The Rangers fan punching the Lightning fan and knocked him out.
Average New Yorker.
Yeah, average New Yorker.
Yeah, that's. Yeah.
He ended up getting found, and he was chased down by somebody, and he punched the guy who chased him down in the face. So he had two accounts
I'd say
of like.
He's like, how do you like this?
yeah, I'd say
You like chasing down punchers, huh?
I'd say like
He got arrested.
I'd say like New
So that
York.
sucks.
I'd say
That
like
sucks.
Yeah, he's a hero.
I'd say like New York and Philly fans are definitely the worst.
Probably.
Philadelphia
Worst-
fans, they
worst
booed
city.
Santa, and then they cheered when
Fucking-
Michael Irvin got hurt.
They booed Santa. Who the fuck booed
Yeah,
Santa? Good
they
thing
threw-
they fucking
they
lost.
threw
Did they lose
snowballs
that
at
game?
him. Yeah.
Wait, you didn't want them to cheer for Michael Irvin's injury, so did you want them to boo for Michael Irvin's injury?
But they
No,
were,
get up,
I mean, they were
Super
cheering
Dude,
for him.
you know, like,
they got-
what's his name? Calvin Johnson was talking about, like, what's the worst fan base? He was like, Philadelphia for sure. It's just
Yeah.
like, he's like, I remember when, like, I broke my hand, and he was, like, super scared because he knew he was gonna, like, be able to play for the rest of the season. And, like, while he was getting carted off, they were fucking cheering.
Yeah.
Or like no,
They
they
cheer
were no,
over-
they were like booing him as he was like going off or something.
Yeah,
like throwing
because
stuff-
when
You're
they
supposed
cheer-
to cheer. when you're
they're like
carted off.
throwing they're like
Yeah.
throwing stuff at him and stuff like that. He's
'Cause
just like,
Michael-
man, fuck y'all.
That's what happened to Michael Irvin. He got like hurt, and they were all
Johnny Cash.
cheering, and then when they cut him off, they all were booing, and like doing this and saying "fuck you" and stuff like that.
I felt like honestly, I felt like the Eagles were very like I don't know. I feel like they were. It was really easy to root for them when
Nick
when,
Foles.
yeah, when Nick Foles was
Yeah,
there, and
I don't really
that was
like
pretty much it.
that. Yeah, I wanted the Vikings to win all that year.
But
Okay,
the,
but who are you
playoffs.
rooting for in the Super Bowl?
the Jaguars.
Patriots.
The Jaguars
Yeah.
should have made it to the
I
Super
don't
Bowl.
blame you.
Miles
Yeah.
Jack was down.
What?
Miles Jack wasn't down. You know what I mean. You remember the Patriots Jaguars game?
A little bit of it.
And
not-
so what happened was the Patriots were driving down the field. They were down 2 touchdowns, and he fumbled it. And Miles Jack was returning it for a touchdown, but they were like, "He's down, he's down," and he was not down. They should've-
imagine if we got a Vikings Jaguars Super Bowl.
That'd been crazy. I've been fine with either outcome.
Yeah, I would have been fine either.
I mean, like,
Either.
yeah, two
because
teams that know-
Goddard finally gets his ring, and then
Goddard?
yeah.
What are you talking about? The dog from Jimmy Neutron?
That is that's probably the closest. Honestly, do you think Trevor Lawrence could be the quarterback to?
If he's
Bring the-
given the weapons, I think. so.
Absolutely not.
You don't think so?
Nope.
I think given the
I feel like
weapons-
Owen's always not liked Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor's cool. Yeah, I just think.
What?
I just feel bad for him. I
Yeah,
don't know,
Trevor,
man.
him and Trevor Goss are both in Jacksonville.
I
So
feel
what
like-
are the odds?
Honestly,
Isn't Trevor like Jacksonville,
who do you
North
like?
Carolina?
No,
Oh, I
they're
see.
both in Jacksonville, Florida.
Who do you like better, Trevor Lawrence or Zach Wilson?
Trevor Goss.
I don't like either, but I like Zach Wilson more.
The Mormon? Are you kidding me? He's probably like, hey baby, let's get married 3
here's
times.
the thing.
So-
I know we lost to them this year, but I think I like the Jets more than the Jaguars.
But that was a different quarterback. That was Mike
The
White.
Jets. I feel like the Jets have a pretty talented team.
Yeah,
actually.
Mike White.
It's just like I don't even think they're gonna make the playoffs, but
Yeah,
like
Mike White.
Shut the
fuck
up.
nothing scares Owen but that man's name.
Mike White. Nate White's big brother.
Big Bubby Mike. I will say there's probably none. This is probably controversial for you two, but I don't think there's an AFC East team that I hate.
AFC East team that you hate.
I don't.
Really?
I don't hate a single AFC East team.
I feel like they all suck in different ways.
Bills suck. Yeah.
Patriots.
But no, I actually really like the
I don't
Bills because
know,
they
man.
gave us back-to-back Super Bowls, so I'm fine with that.
I
don't
will
know.
say.
Patriots can rest in piss for like the next 10 years.
I
yeah,
don't-
Patriots can suck
Here,
for a while.
I
don't
actually
fucking
like
care.
every Boston. I like every Boston team actually. Even the Bruins.
Boston people are kind of sucky people, though.
No, but they're Irish
You can and Italian,
and great.
but you can barely understand them. Like,
Yeah,
"No,
I'd
what
say-
are you doing?
Bill Burr.
I'd say the
Yeah.
the Boston fan base is pretty bad too.
Yeah.
They're,
They're
but
pretty
back to the
rare.
AFC East. What I will say about the Bills, they're probably the one I don't like out of all the 4, which is crazy to say for me because I'm a Bengals fan.
I probably like them a little more.
But
Yeah, that's
my
probably
my
not
dad
fair.
told me a story in the 80s, and this is why I don't like the Bills. Is during the AFC Championship game, they called us cheaters for using
Oh, yeah,
the
I know
no
what you're
huddle
talking
offense. We were the first team to use the no huddle offense, and we used it in the AFC Championship game, and they called us cheaters, and they were trying to get us sued by the NFL for cheating and to revoke our championship, if we won the Super Bowl. And then the next year, the Bills used the no huddle offense.
The NFL was probably like, no, you can actually do this. Oh, okay. But the Bills, it's funny too because I think it was after you told me I was watching like some documentary about how good the Bills were up until that point and
Yeah.
how they lost 4 Super Bowls in 4 years. But And it was talking about that, and they were like, they started using the no huddle law.
Oh, God.
They literally did what we did.
Yeah. But yeah, the Bills, I will always like them because they gave us back-to-back Super Bowls.
You think Joe Burrow's gonna go back to the Super Bowl?
Hopefully, I hope it's not a Dan Marino situation.
Oh,
The
yeah.
AFC's tough. I will say something interesting about the Bengals. They've actually beaten the Seahawks in a playoff game.
Oh yeah,
Well,
because when the Seahawks used to be
Was it
in
when the
AFC.
Seahawks had that like 7-foot quarterback? One of the
No,
tallest 6 foot. I think he was 6'9" or
I
something.
think
the really tall
no,
guy.
I think it's when they had that lefty at quarterback. I think this
Oh.
was before the
Oh,
70s.
he was actually good.
Zorn?
Yeah. The lefty was actually pretty
With
good.
Steve Largent. and
The
all
super
those
tall
guys.
dude wasn't that good.
Yeah, no, he wasn't.
Yeah.
I saw the KTO video.
Yeah.
Yeah, super tall quarterback. That's kind of funny actually, because it's like the
Brock
super,
Osweiler.
the super tall
Hey,
quarterback.
he's the Super Bowl winner.
Like it's like everyone wants like the really tall quarterback, but they never work out. But
Yeah.
the really short ones have always like Doug Flutie.
Because you gotta
and, like,
try. Flutie
Russell
got robbed.
Wilson, Drew Brees, and like I don't know.
Yeah, Flutie got robbed from a starting position.
By,
I think so.
Brian Johnson.
Yeah.
Is he? Doug
was
Flutie's
good.
not Hall of Famer, but
No.
No.
And he should not won the Heisman.
Hey,
that year.
he was one of the last players to have a drop kick extra point.
True.
So.
Bill Belichick ordered that and he smiled.
Ordered. Have this done.
No, he's just like, can I have a sandwich? Can you have
dude, oh man.
But I know everyone hates Tua for some reason in their
He
friend
sucks.
group, but I love lefties, so I really want him
Yeah,
to
I
do
don't
good.
I don't get the Tua
He's
hate.
terrible.
What do you mean? He's a lefty.
He went
Lefties
to
are awesome.
Alabama.
So,
He's terrible.
but he's lefty, and he's Samoan.
Yeah,
Samoans are
What
awesome.
do you think about Mac
Cool.
Jones then?
Yeah.
I don't care for Mac Jones.
Do you hate him as much as Tua?
They're about
I like
equal.
Tua more.
Huh?
They're about equal.
Okay, well I hate Mac Jones more because he actually fucking beat us in the
Yeah,
fucking...
I like Tua more because the
You know who
Dolphins
else beat
sucked
you?
for too long.
What?
Too.
Twice? You know who beat you twice? Colt McCoy.
And he's good at it.
No, I'm
too.
talking about like he beat us as in Ohio State.
Oh, a good point. Yeah, Tua didn't beat us, but Mac Jones
Well,
did.
Baker Mayfield beat us too. So
What's up?
you didn't get stung up
Shut
about that.
up.
Well, I'm not really.
I hate Baker.
Yeah.
I remember when that game happened. Everyone was like, "Dude, Oklahoma sucks. Nothing's gonna happen." And then Oklahoma won.
That's what happened with TCU too. Like in 2018, we were like, "Oh, TCU is garbage. We're gonna win by 50." We won by like 2.
Yeah.
Well, Baker's probably gonna be the fucking quarterback for the Browns again. Because I don't know if.
Honestly,
Baker's fucking 6-1 against the Bengals. So
the Browns get what
Yeah,
they
you
sow
can't-
with that because they
What?
pissed him off, and then now they're gonna have to crawl back to him and be like,
Dude,
"Can you
yeah,
please
I
start?"
think honestly, I think the
that's one of the most Browns move I've ever
I-
seen.
Yeah,
I
they're
think
like,
the Bra-
please
Please.
start. And he's like, fine, but we lose all the games.
All right.
He's gonna say, I'll only play for you if you sign me to like a 6-year fully guaranteed
Yeah,
some
that's fun.
bullshit.
Watch
It's
him
just like, but I'll actually be able to play unlike this guy, so
Yeah.
you can trust
Dude,
me.
Watch
it'd
him-
be funny if the Browns scoop up like a random quarterback off the streets.
Like that. But watch like Mayfield go off. Like he does insanely good, but then they're like, now he's like, pay me, and they're still like, no. And he's like, fine. Then he leaves, and that's when they get like a random quarterback off the streets. And then
Dude,
like Mark
honestly,
Wahlberg or something.
Johnny Manziel.
I would fucking laugh if they cut Baker and he goes to like another team and
He has like 8 touchdowns, 450 yards.
Oh, you know who'd be a
Yeah.
great quarterback for him is Sam Ellinger. He's available.
Oh yeah.
Sam
He's
Ellinger?
Hey,
Yeah, he's a backup for the Colts, one of the best quarterbacks of all time.
Sam Ellinger's like a Tim Tebow. Can't
Yeah, well,
throw.
He got injured instantly. That's the thing that sucks.
He's not a Tim Tebow.
Yeah, Tim
throw.
Tebow's great.
No, but the reason why he's not Tim Tebow is because Skip Bayless
Browns
isn't on
needs-
his dick about him.
And he's not a lefty.
Browns need to get Gardner Minshew.
Or Sam Ellinger.
Minshew deserves a start.
Minshew does actually. I think he will because guess what? Jalen Hurts is going to tear his ACL this year. And then Minshew's going to come in and go 17-0 for the Eagles.
No,
I mean,
he's
yeah.
gonna lose 2 games to the Cowboys,
And then go 15-2.
Yeah, it's
I think
fine.
it's very
Lose in the
I think it's
playoffs.
very possible that if Hurts gets injured,
He gets Hurts.
Hurts get hurt.
and that Minshew hurts. It was a
brother.
family emergency.
All right, we're going to probably end the podcast.
Yeah, but
All right.
just like all things, they must end shortly.
But any last words, Paul? You were saying something like something about Minshew.
I
Hurts.
don't know.
I don't know.
Fuck all.
You
I
can
guess.
say your final statement about.
Nah,
Minshew
it's
Hurts.
fine. It's
Alright.
Just-
Sorry
Everyone-
that ended abruptly.
It's all
Everyone,
good.
sleep tight and go to bed.
Thank you so much, Paul, for being on, and we'll get you on another time for sure.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. And Ian, fuck You.
We'll see you guys next week.
Especially you, Ian.